Hi, guys, and welcome to another Digital Jamaica live show. My name is Monique.
Hi, guys.
Yes, and as anticipated, as desired by you guys, we're dealing with Facebook marketing today. So the last time we were here, we were dealing with instant messaging, but now you're getting some real juicy, deep, intricate information about Facebook marketing from us today. Now, before we jump into our hot topic, that juicy information, we want to just remind you guys about all of the new stuff that's happening with Digital Jamaica and the DDA, Digital Disruption Agency. So pre-orders are available and open now for our strategy development guide and workbook. You know that we always lay down the sauce, that we have all of the information there for you. So hi, everybody who's joining. Hi, Kat. I see you. Hi, Decentered Lit. All right, guys. Yes. So make sure that you pre-order your strat development workbook. It's full, over 75 plus pages of information geared towards helping you create your own complete digital strategy, right? And of course, you guys know about our launch 2021 digital workshop series. We're covering over 30 topics, over 5 different sessions. And we have an update. We're doing 4 presenters, and we're helping you reposition your your business using digital tools. So we're starting on December 2nd, and it's going to be epic, amazing. The information is in the link in our bio, so you guys can sign up and register now for the Launch 2021 Digital Workshop Series. We're covering digital brand development, we're covering content marketing, we're dealing with skyrocketing sales. So our homegirl Telika is doing that, Victoria is doing content. We're doing engagement and community building and advertising, promotions, and analytics. Kadia is taking that session. So,
all right. And there's been one change. You told him about the change, money?
Well, I told him that 4 persons. So Joe Marie will not be able to join us for the brand development. And so I will be doing that session. But guys, we are so excited and ready to share with you with our Launch 2021 Digital Workshop Series. Get your business, get your life together for 2021 and make sure you have your digital strategy ready. All right. Now, once you sign up before November 30th and you're doing the bundle, we have a special for you. You will save 30% off the entire bundle deal. And that means that you actually save $100 US. Guys, you already know this is worth full price. You're getting burrata and cream on top, right? So make sure that you sign up for the Launch 2021 Digital Workshop Series. All right? All right. So, Kadia, as we go into our conversation for this evening, a lot of people have been saying that Facebook is dead. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm a little bit off, guys. I'm sorry. It's because I am unable to get onto to Instagram from my computer, and I'm not sure what's happening. So I can't see what's going on in the chat or anything like that. So I apologize if I seem a little bit off. All right. So is Facebook dead? That's the conversation that we are having tonight. And the answer is, it depends. It depends on who's using it, what you're using it for, the audience you're targeting, and of course, strategy. We talk about strategy all the time. Now, Facebook is a different kind of animal. You can't just attack Facebook. So you have to attack Facebook so, right? So there's no direct way necessarily of approaching your Facebook strategy. You have to be using several different features of Facebook. You have to be making sure that you're doing several things consistently over a period of time, and you have to go spend some money. That's just the long and short of it. You have to go spend some money, but you can't ignore Facebook. You cannot ignore Facebook. Facebook is still the biggest social media network anywhere about the place. They have withstood the test of time. Facebook is 16 years old? How many social media platforms have come and died in the last 16 years? And Facebook still there, chang.
Yeah, and right? most that would have pre-existed before Facebook. Like, who remembers High Five and Tagged? And what's that other S1? MySpace.
MySpace. Yes.
I remember my accounts, and when I saw
Facebook. In fact, people ditched MySpace for Facebook. Facebook come and mash up MySpace.
I remember when I signed into Facebook for the first time, and I was like, where's the music? Where are the colors? Where's all of the excitement? And I was like, this is boring. And where is MySpace now?
Right. It's no longer there. And then Facebook has this very aggressive takeover strategy. They want to take over everything. They took over Instagram. Well, they took over WhatsApp. They now have Instagram. They went aggressively after Snapchat, took away some of them features, put it on Instagram. Now we're seeing where they're going after TikTok, and they're taking TikTok features and trying to push it on Instagram, like Reels. Reels is a direct response to TikTok, guys. And you're seeing now that they're pushing stuff like hashtags on Facebook and stuff. So they're really, the thing about Facebook is that they're very responsive now. Are they responsive to users? Not really, but they're responsive to the market. They're looking at what users on other platforms are doing and what they're responding to. And then they're taking the best of those features and packing them into Instagram and packing them into Messenger and packing them into Facebook. Now that can create a lot of problems, right? Some of the problems that it creates is that Facebook is feature rich. It has a lot, real rich. It has a lot of features, guys. Some of them you may not know of. Some of them you don't even know how to use. And Facebook is constantly updating themselves and giving you things when they ask them for. Yeah. And before you even figure out how to use the last update, now you have more update. I go, honestly, right? But guys, you probably don't even need to worry yourself with 90% of those features because they don't work for us in Jamaica anyway. But there are a lot of things that you can do on Facebook, and we're going to jump right into it. So let's look at what are some of the biggest complaints that people have on Facebook. Now, remember, guys, we're talking about using Facebook as a business, not a casual use of Facebook, as a business, though. So let's look at what are some of the biggest complaints for businesses on Facebook. Low engagement. You post something and nobody no say nothing, nobody no like it, nobody no comment, nothing, right? Although you see where it says how many people have been reached. So your reach may be a lot, but there's nobody engaging with the content. So low or no engagement is one. Your audience not seeing your posts. How many of us complain that we post something on Facebook and nobody not seeing it, right? Is Facebook pushing your content to the audience, or are they burying it? Is the algorithm working, right? Yeah. Algorithm changes is another problem. Every minute, Facebook and YouTube have this problem. Every minute, the algorithm change. Once you start pre it, and once they realize, the people start pre the thing and I understand, groups change, right? Yeah. Unnecessary updates. Every time you log into Facebook, it look different. Things move from yes to yes. I go, wait, I was just getting used to unnecessary updates.
I will definitely jump in here and say most social media platforms, most of them, because of COVID, have done some form of updates. Even
that LinkedIn. Is before COVID. Facebook cannot blame this on LinkedIn. On
COVID. Facebook does this bar none, right? But I will say LinkedIn change when you go in the color white instead
of LinkedIn is becoming more social media. And but that's for another week, guys, because LinkedIn are going with their things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Another complaint is maybe too many features. Do we need all of this crap? Do we need rooms? Do we need stories for? Because you have two stories on Facebook. So you have stories for the page and you have stories for Messenger. And there are two different stories. Is this necessary, guys? But what I think it is that they're trying to make Facebook Messenger a standalone kind of application, right? So that is why that is. So maybe too many features. Complicated bidding system for ads. If you guys have ever tried to run an ad on Facebook, Jesus.
Yeah, not a boosted post, so we're going to talk about it.
It take a while to figure out. So what is, right? And then the last thing is Facebook is on some pay-to-play kind of business where you have to give them some dollars before they run some things. Yep. And that is very evident that is what they're doing. And despite what Mr. Zuckerberg says about how is it to bring the family closer and personal engagement. No, I want you to pay for it. Because Facebook, more than any other platform, is very business-centric.
Yeah.
Very business-centric, yeah? More than any other platform. But you got to pay to play, Monique. But
Yeah.
how, Monique, are people, are we using Facebook though?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
all Facebook, or does it have a lot to do with how we are using that platform? Monique, run us through quickly some of the problems that we see when we look at how because we are so guilty of all of this, guys, and some other Jamaican businesses are using Facebook.
Yes. So when we really start looking at how we may be affecting ourselves, sometimes we're not consistent. Sometimes, and some businesses, we're doing a review, Kadia, we're looking at a couple companies, and we realize that some people posted one time in 2019, and the time them did post before that was from 2015. And I'm not making this up, guys. This is real. These are real living examples of big brands that
Yes.
that not really using the space. So is it all Facebook? And that answer is nope. Right? Are you creating Facebook specific content? Different platforms operate and work differently. What works on Twitter might fall flat and might offend some people if you put that on Facebook, right? Just based on the audience that's there, how they use the different networks. So you may have a theme, a running theme, or a core element, but are you creating content specific for Facebook? If the answer is no, then you can't blame Facebook. Are you sharing the same content on Facebook as other platforms? Very similar to what I just said. Content fatigue. People get tired. I already liked this photo on Instagram. So even though I still like it, am I going to press like and comment with the same enthusiasm that I did when I saw it the first time? And no, right? Are you using proper tools on Facebook? So we just talked about the fact that there are so many options and so many stuff that we can use on Facebook. And we're thinking about stuff like groups. We're talking about
and I want
Facebook.
to tell you too, Monique, some of the biggest platforms on Facebook are group platforms.
Yes. And groups, you can't sleep on groups. That's actually
are you in groups, or have you created a group?
It's actually and I'm gonna shamelessly plug that the DJ has a masterclass.
No, but don't plug it yet because we have not been doing anything with the group.
I'm plugging it every single time, but plug it here. I'm going to plug it here.
We are so guilty of this because we started a group and we have had no time to engage the group. But promise you guys that in January 2021, we will roll out hard with the group. But guys, groups are such an undermined resource. We're not, and we don't mean that you have to go start your own group, but are you involved in any group? You have industry groups, you have interest groups, you have all sorts of groups. Are you involved in any of them? When you're in a group, they might talk to people, answer people questions, and tell them, say, oh, you were asking for so my company does so and so. So, uno in the group, they might talk? No.
Yeah, I'm seeing Romaine is asking, give an example of content that should be created on Facebook. Romaine, you just passed your Digital Marketing Institute exam. I want you to give an example in the chat. We're looking out for it.
You see why you not for compile live where people know your business, Romaine? Oh, Lord.
And he passed his exam. And my student from my last cohort, teaching and training DMI.
You have to represent. You have to represent money. Can I say you have to answer strong?
I wanted to talk to him nice. You're a certified digital marketing professional. Give an example in the chat. Auntie Pat is in the house. Hi, Auntie Pat.
Hi, Auntie Pat.
So I've done my greetings across the world now. So going back to how you're using Facebook, right? So we were talking about groups.
We're talking about
live. We're talking about videos, Facebook Watch, Messenger, all of these different tools.
And Facebook Live is way more lit than Instagram Live. I'll have y'all know. You can do so much more on Facebook Live than you can do. And it allows you horizontal videos, not vertical videos. So you have way more options with a Facebook Live than you have with Instagram.
Right. And do you have a Facebook engagement strategy? So how are you positioning your content, or you're planning your content so that you get the engagement that you want?
Some
How
people
are
just
you?
drop content and left it in the money. Them no, I'm
Some
not
people are
strategy.
most people.
Or them just share something on Facebook and left it.
Yeah, and you think that
Caption not proper.
magically,
Not nothing. They just jai.
you think
You know,
you
dry
think that
and jai.
magically, magically, because you're special,
Because
that
you're
people are
so
going to,
special. Just
yeah,
find you. Mm-hmm.
yeah, people are going to see your stuff. No, it really does not work that way, right?
Right.
Are you using your Katie, you mean to tell me that in 2020 people are still using their personal profile for business stuff?
For them business. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that goes two ways. So are you using
I
your
thought we
personal
crossed
profile
this
for
road like
business,
five
or do
years
you
ago.
have an actual Facebook business page? Because Facebook could actually be penalizing you for using your personal page. But also, guys, you can utilize your personal page now, but to promote your business page, you can use your personal page as a megaphone for your
Yeah.
business page. So if you post something on your business page and you can reshare it on your personal page and push it that way, but your personal page should not be the page that you're promoting your
Yes.
business on, because Facebook will penalize you for that.
Vitamin C, thank you so much for your suggestion. She dropped some different Facebook groups that she's in. Crisis Cooking on Facebook and Black Woman Love Outdoors. And some people co-signing saying that it's amazing.
I
So
can't see anything. I
gosh,
feel naked.
gosh, gosh. And Romaine, I don't care if you say I must leave you alone. I'm not leaving you alone. I still want my example. Yeah, right. So are you posting and sharing links? So the purpose of social media within your entire digital apparatus is that it's supposed to act as a part of a larger system. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
about Facebook and it's not just about Instagram. Even your different social media networks, they don't
Right.
just operate in isolation. Say, for
Right.
instance, we're doing this live tonight, but our LinkedIn community will know, and our Twitter community will know because we're doing this
We're
here
sharing
tonight,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So, so how are you using, how are you sharing your content in a way that your entire apparatus works with it? How are you
But not
directing
only
that
that,
to your
how are
website?
you posting? Because it's not just about sharing. Because guys, Facebook give you a lot more real estate than any other. The only other platform that I would say is comparable is
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. And even
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, there's a limit as to how long of the video that you can post. You can post any amount of length of video on Facebook. Now, the problem is it's going to be the quality of the video. That's a different thing. But with Facebook, guys, you get so much more real estate to do more things. Are you guys just sharing a YouTube link and going about in the business? Just a post YouTube link and go, because you guys realize that YouTube is competitor with Facebook, yeah? So imagine you go post a YouTube link to Facebook. What do you think Facebook are gonna do with it? Mm-hmm. So
Very
guys, this is where
good and
third-party
very,
applications come in, where you're using like your Bitly or your URL shortener to customize the link and then paste the link on
yeah.
your Facebook, because then you kind of hide YouTube behind it,
Yeah.
Facebook I don't know what's that channel.
Yeah.
Right, so that's just some of it. But guys, you have to be careful how you're reposting links to Facebook. Facebook not really the only for LinkedIn, we don't know. You know what I mean? So you
Not
guys have to be
10,000.
careful. Not
Yeah.
directly anyway,
Yeah.
right? Especially when you can post that entire video to Facebook. And I would actually suggest that if you can post the video to Facebook, don't link it on YouTube. Post it directly to Facebook, because video
Yeah.
content on Facebook is king, queen, and country. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Katie, talk to us a little bit. We're only going to use one of these or maybe two, right?
Right, but two other
Because
things
of
before you
time.
move on. Are you using the proper keywords so that people can actually find you on Facebook? Facebook does have a keyword search feature. Notice when you guys put anything in search, what comes up? Is it a page? Is it a post? Is it a group? Them give you all of these things. So you have to use your keywords. And actually, what are your post settings? Because some of y'all still have the default setting, which is private. The default setting for it is that only your friends can actually see your post for some of you. So some of you have actually not gone into the settings to make sure that your posts are public and that everybody can see the post. Okay, guys, so make sure that your post settings is changed to public. That means if it's changed to public and it is searchable, guys, if you go into your settings, you can actually click to make your post searchable on search engines. If you're doing that, when person's searching on search engine in your Facebook, will come up a lot better. All right, so guys, we're moving into the case study, right? And we're doing this. We know you guys want to talk about advertising, but you can't advertise when you're dead. Yeah? When you can't boost posts when you're dead. Understand? All right. So money case study time now. So let's look at some people who are killing it on Facebook and what it is that they're doing. Now I'm going to use a local example, Monique, and we're going to use a foreign example. So the foreign example we're going to use is MJ Harris, and I think his name is Michael James Harris.
Okay,
anyways,
we'll take it.
MJ Harris speaks. Now, this guy is entrepreneur. He talks about finances, and he's an African American. He talks mostly to his target audience is mostly older African American women. Also, older, like
cougar.
Big woman. Yeah, that is who his target audience is. Now, this is a sex thing. Him always in
That's why I said cougar.
That's why you said what?
Cougar,
right, cougar. Him always in them sexy little speedos and shirtless and six-pack. But Michael J. Harris is gay, actually. However, the audience that he targets don't really care because he provides a lot of value. He's extremely funny. His videos are amazing. And literally, what is he using? A mobile phone. His mobile phone. Come here. Get in. Hi, my lovelies. How are you ladies doing today? You're looking fabulous. Hi, Lenore. Oh my God, baby. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Let's talk about this. That's MJ Harris all day, every day. Come in. Let's talk. Are you allowing people to tell you how you need to live your life? We're going to make a commitment today that we're never doing that again. That's MJ Harris. And let me tell you, say, the money engagement shut up. It shutted. Yeah, him engagement up. Him reshares up. In views up, in comments up, in making me ever decide to go live, which is something he does very often. His engagement is through the roof. He has 1.5 million people following his page.
Hot damn.
Thank you very much. So let's look at what are some of the things that he does. He uses a lot of videos. Every single post are just about, let's say 98% of his posts are videos, right? Yeah. He uses a lot of CTAs, or what we call call to action. Come here, get in. Let's talk. Please share, please like and share. And every couple of words, him say, please like and share. Share this with your girlfriend, share this with your boyfriend, share this with the ladies man you're sleeping with. That's just how him talk to you. Yeah, share this. Let's talk about it. Somebody needs to hear this. So he's incorporating a lot of CTAs in his talking.
Regular. Mm-hmm.
He builds personal connection with his audience. He's talking in an intimate fashion, like he might talk to a friend. He's talking to you like he knows you, like you haven't been friends for a long time, like you're using good Judy, like you're a good girlfriend. That's how he talks to you. So he's building rapport with the audience, and he's making a personal connection with the audience. He gives away a ton of advice. He gives away a ton. So the value is there. Because so when you come, you're going to learn something, right? He's very inspirational. He talks about, uplifting yourself and what you should demand for yourself and who you should date and what you should look for and what you should accept for yourself and what you shouldn't. So it's very inspirational content because his whole thing is uplifting the Black community and making them more financially stable and also mentally stable and all that thing. And his audience is very interest based. And you find that Facebook in general, audiences on Facebook are very interest based, meaning they're going to follow you if you're a part of their interest group. They will follow you if you're a part of their interest group, or if you're producing content that forms a part of their interests, their values, attitudes, all of those things. So this is what we call the psychographical elements of digital marketing, right? And we're going to look at a local example. Now, Monique, do you want to use Mama Faye Ellington or do you want to use JMB? Because JMB is a public company while Faye Ellington is a personal brand.
So I actually have a suggestion for you based on where we are within our conversation. If we just accept that this is going to be a two-part conversation so that we can...
Anyway, done tonight, we'll pick up next week.
Yes, because I think that there's a lot that we want to share. So we can actually go through both Auntie Faye and... So do Auntie Faye and I'll jump in with JMB.
Okay, what's going on in the chat? Because
all right. So we have so we have a lot of persons joining in. Parwit Shar is saying that they're still learning. Raul, our friend RD Multimedia, is in the house.
Hey, Raul.
Right? Romain came in and he said, I use my personal page to promote, but I also have a business page. And I jumped in saying, yeah, but you have to know how you're doing that. You're publishing your information, your business information on your business page, and then you can always connect and share stories. How did you start this? How did this come about on your personal page, connecting back to your business? Because ain't nobody, I mean, yeah, we like your accomplishments. You went and collected an award. You did this, you did that.
People love that on Facebook, actually.
Yeah, people love that.
Personal achievements on Facebook. Yeah.
People love that, but nobody wants to see all of your business posts on your personal page. If they wanted that, they would follow your business page, right? So they want you to do things like sharing your achievements, like connecting a story and your why behind doing this, your personal motivation, stuff like that. But don't send me, you make t-shirt and every t-shirt you print, you post on your personal page. Hell no, that will get you unfollowed real quick. Okay? Okay. A word to the wise is sufficient.
Anything else going on in the chat? Because I don't know is why you take on Romain tonight.
All right.
Anything else going on in the chat?
All right. So Sugar Lifestyle is waving. Hi, Sugar Lifestyle.
Hi.
All right. So you can go ahead with Auntie Faye now.
All right. So Auntie Faye, Mama Faye, Auntie Faye, okay?
Original.
Auntie Faye, original OG, right?
Good.
So Auntie Faye, she asks a lot of questions. On her Facebook page. Now, you may think that, but Auntie Faye actually has a Facebook page. It's not her personal profile. This is her Facebook page because she's a public figure and she's a brand. She's an institution, okay? She's a national monument. Talk of the Auntie Faye. So she asks a lot of questions. Now, remember, Auntie Faye up in her age and certain things she don't know. So she's always throwing questions out like, where's the best place to do this? Or what would you guys do with this? Or I mean, if I change my tire, how am I do this? So she is engaging her community and she's almost bringing her community into her decision-making process and making them feel like they're actually a part of some kind of family, some kind of, group. Her posts are very conversational. She talks a lot about current affairs and current issues, but she's very set back from politics. She don't really get into it, but she share her opinion on certain things and people want to hear from her and people ask and tag her into things and say, Auntie Faye, what you think about this? Auntie Faye thing is language and culture and history and heritage. So people usually tag her in this and then she makes a video response to the tag, a video response. So she uses lots of videos. She gives lots of advice. And her main selling point is how she uses nostalgia to connect with audience. Now, you know that Auntie Faye now does, is Hillary Profile. Auntie Faye, those profiles. So she promotes that a lot on her page. She shares snippets of her conversations with people and then send you to the link to watch the full video. Or sometimes she posts the full video to her page as well. But the use of nostalgia, guys, is extremely potent because Jamaicans are very sentimental people. And we talk a lot about the good old days and the good old days, right? And she kind of does the memory lane kind of thing, and she uses that to her advantage, and she gets a lot of traction with that. No, and that's a personal brand. I beg pardon?
I'm saying people within that space know her too. We know her. We're familiar with her. We feel comfortable with Auntie Faye.
Yeah. And she's now almost reintroducing herself to a new generation of people because a lot of the people who communicate with her are actually young people. They know how long, she has a lot of young people in her audience as well. And she shares a lot of back in the day pictures when she was young and sexy, right? So she shares a lot of that. So that's also a part of the nostalgia. So she's using that as a tool to drive engagement and traffic to her page. So guys, if you are in a business where nostalgia will help you, like Pro Jamaicans do that as well. Pure Jamaica do that as well. I Am Jamaica, which is one of the largest Jamaican digital community on the internet. They have over 1 million people on just Facebook alone. They also use sentimentality and nostalgia to drive traffic and engagement as well. So if you're into any kind of business that is very Jamaica-centric or Caribbean-centric, and you can use history and you can use nostalgia in any way to as a part of your brand story, because it's not just a random thing you're going to do and connect back to what you're doing, but it connects in some way to your brand story, then that's something that you can use to your advantage. But Monique, you want to talk to us about JMMB and how JMMB is using Facebook, killing it on Facebook, really?
Yeah. Before I jump into JMMB, Sugar Lifestyle, Gabby says, I find more mature folk use Facebook now, and actually don't mind seeing everything going on. Back to Facebook.
Yes, it is very slow paced on Facebook. That's another problem. We're used to the Instagram, everything just quick. It's very slow paced. It's very chilled on Facebook, but you get a lot more space to put a lot more things. And that's why when people just keep rapid firing things on Facebook, like, you really don't need to be posting on Facebook every single day. But that really depends on your strategy. So and then that's two. Is your target audience Gen Zers? If that's the case, go on TikTok, go on Instagram, go on Twitter. Is your target audience professional? Go on LinkedIn, go on Twitter. How are you? Are you using it for customer service? Go on Facebook, go on Twitter. Are you using it? What are you selling? Who is your target? And this all comes down to your strategy. Remember I said it depends on who is using it and what they're using it for and their target audience and their strategy. We were not kidding. So for instance, look at a company like Digital Money quickly before you go to JMB. Digital really mainly uses Facebook for customer service. Digital has set up their Facebook Messenger system in such a way where it almost acts as an automatic customer service tool for them. They do post, don't get me wrong, but you'll find too that Digital don't post the same thing on Facebook that they post on Instagram. Digital on Instagram is a younger, hipper, cooler kind of thing. Digital on Facebook is a little more corporate based. They talk a lot about their social responsibility. They put a lot of their social responsibility stuff on Facebook because they do realize it's a more mature audience that would probably be wanting to know more about, okay, so what you do for the community, what you do for the people,
and what they're doing,
impact that you're having, stuff like that, which is why we're saying don't share the same thing. Because on the platforms, don't do that. And JMB actually does the same thing in terms of their corporate responsibility. They do a lot of that on their Facebook page, Monique. So tell us what else JMB is doing that is working so good for them.
Particularly during COVID, JMB launched their JMB Goal Getter as a video series. Now,
a live video series,
They had always done this, but if I'm not mistaken, this was a physical annual event, that they would have also recorded. And if it was not annual, it would have been an annual series. So, you have a week of activities or something, right? So this was their brand, but no, they're transferring it to the online space and doing it a lot more frequently. As Kadia would have mentioned, this is a live video series. So they speak with industry experts across various spaces. And get their insights, get their experience, and things that would help and benefit their customers and their end users. No, that has acted or has become one of their most popular features on Facebook, where they get lots of comments, where persons join, and over time, even after the event has finished, persons go back and view it because of the impact that the different conversations have.
And the value. It's value
and the
packed.
value that's in those conversations.
And
Also,
the whole people then will go watch it.
The value that Facebook adds or provides is that on Facebook, you can watch the entire video. If this video goes on for 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever, you don't have those time constraints, not the same time constraints, definitely, that you would have on a platform like an Instagram. So it's perfect to host these conversations that go a little longer and that you get a little deeper into what's happening, the issues, right? They deal with topical conversations and have a lot of colorful posts. They integrate the different aspects of their brand.
Right.
The
so they talk a lot about women and breast cancer and women's health and very topical conversations, community building type of conversations. Yeah.
Those stuff that you just mentioned a while ago, Kadia, all goes back to the fact that regardless of the fact that this is another platform and they may be speaking in a slightly different tone than how they would on Twitter, for example, they never forget their core. As a brand, JMMB's core, they say it's all about
women.
love, it's about family, and it was founded by a woman and created by a woman. And so they keep that focus and that concentration on women and on love. So a conversation around breast cancer, and they have some touches within insurance, I'm sure, and investing and stuff, right? So conversations around breast cancer is not strange or off-brand or off-topic for them, right? So you have to remember that as you consider how you do this yourself. They post consistently. They use less links on Facebook, but there's still links and stuff that may direct you to
but very particular links.
So they're very careful about how they share that. And they use limited use of hashtags. So you won't use your long list or train that you have on your Instagram, but they're very selective as well, because we're going to talk about hashtags and how your searchability, what that means on Facebook. But they're very personable and community-based on Facebook.
Right.
So with all of that being said, the major pros when we look at Facebook as a platform, it's still the biggest social media platform in this side of the
world. Certainly for us in Jamaica and the Caribbean, you have over 1 million Jamaicans on Facebook as opposed to 600,000 on Instagram. So Facebook is by far the biggest social media platform in the Western Hemisphere and particularly in the Caribbean.
So we have some people chiming in. Sugar Lifestyle is saying she put 3 thumbs up. I don't know where she gets her 3rd thumb from, but 3 thumbs up saying target audience. And people chiming in. Layla's, is this lingerie? Layla, when you talk, is putting thumbs up and clapping emojis saying good tips. Romaine is saying what I like about JMB is that they empower both men and women. There, Leila is saying we get a lot more sales on Facebook than Instagram, and I find that to be totally true.
Because people still think that Facebook is a more sophisticated platform. It is a more sophisticated. Instagram is a rare platform, you know. Instagram is a proper rare dashboard platform, you know. Facebook is a more subtle, sophisticated kind of platform. So you will find that people will go to Facebook if them take you seriously. Them go to Facebook, go find serious information about you, and then go look on the rare I'm going over Instagram. That's literally how people do.
Or friends, pro Jamaicans, just join the chat.
Hey, pro Jamaicans, no, they're killing it on Facebook with over 300,000 community members. So them are the damn thing, and pro Jamaicans their pages high engagement, and they're really using the nostalgia and the sentimentality of Jamaicans. They're using that, and this is why Proud Jamaicans is so successful on any of their platforms. Chevron is a genius. I am convinced that Chevron is a social media marketing genius. Chevron has been able to tap into his audience and find out how they think. What are they looking for? What are they longing for? They're longing to be home. They miss Jamaica. They want to go home. They miss certain things like what's right now? Nothing. They want them City and them minty and them busy and they want porridge and they want guinea and they want climb mango tree and eat mango. They miss home. They miss the comforts of home. They miss the feeling. Because listen, guys, Jamaica is a feeling. Jamaica is you see the thing, once you go, you know, I never understood that until I got older. Come and go, that's so lame. But now that I'm older, once you come to Jamaica, I understand why Jamaica why Jamaica has such a huge impact on the world. And people miss that. I have lived overseas. I met this the day when I come back of the yard. I'm a touchdown on the tarmac. Oh, man, let me kiss the girl. Come and go, thank you, Jesus. Come here. Guys, let me tell you, living elsewhere is nowhere nice like Jamaica. So people really do miss home, right? And Shaman has been able to tap into what is quintessential Jamaica, and him just produce content after content after content that is just pushing it. And because of that, his engagement always high. His community,
So Shaman
community active,
hold on,
all of that.
Yes, so if the man himself is speaking, right? So him say, reality fam, really have to tap into the emotional side of your followers. And he adds, love what you guys are doing because Uno tap into that side of us.
Boom. Siobhan, you know, say your ratings high over here. So I tell you all the time, I think you're amazing. And Siobhan has a particular strategy that he has employed right across the social media, and he gets the same results every single time. So big up yourself, Siobhan. So guys, Facebook, we're 10 minutes out, guys, and we still reach advertising it because someone who want to go run ad on Facebook on content when I make it.
Yeah.
Content when I look good. And content when I tell people nothing, content when nobody them ask for so much as what for say you gotta pay for show me things when never ask you because it's ugly and boring.
I will jump in too because we're talking about making more sales on Facebook than Instagram. And another point that I wanted to make is we talked about the older, more mature audience. It's not just a bad thing. These are persons who have actual spending power. And that's and if we've ever heard the term or the saying substance over hype. So and not just that, when somebody you have to track person's behavior. when you're looking for a business and you're looking to purchase something, maybe to get more information, you may go straight to Instagram, or you want to look and see the catalog, what it is that they have, or do they have something in stock? Fine. But if you want actual product detail, remember that caption for Instagram, you have a bit, but
limited.
It's still limited when compared to a Facebook. Being able to tag and add certain descriptors to the post itself is also limited on Instagram.
So more space for keywords on Facebook as well.
Yeah. So, and then now, if I want specific details or information about you, your background, why you do this, whatever, I'm more likely to find all that information on Facebook.
Right, because one of the other pros, yeah, exactly, and that is one of the other pros. You can literally spread out on Facebook.
Yeah,
you can see me on Facebook because you have a lot more space on Facebook. People read a longer caption on Facebook because they're used to it, as opposed to a long caption on Instagram. Because remember,
Instagram cut off after 2 lines.
Yeah,
you write 10 words. You write 10 words, and Instagram don't want to show anybody it.
Instagram, quick tip, guys. Instagram only shows the first 2 lines.
Yeah,
of your first paragraph, and if that not catch people, then I'll read the rest of it.
If you go 1 character over the 2 lines, you best believe they're cutting it out 1 line and putting it at an ellipses. Like the rest, somebody have to press read more. So unless you capture people, unless you have an audience that's tuned in, they're not
read no more. Right. So so you have more space to spread out on Facebook. You have highly customizable advertising on Facebook. When me tell you, say Facebook thought about everything. Now remember, say Facebook know everything about you and your future children may not have yet.
Your mother, your partner.
Facebook know everything about you. So because so many people are on Facebook, over 2 billion people are on Facebook. Facebook collects a lot of data, which means that they can afford you the ability to customize your advertising. So we're talking about Facebook Pixel. We're talking about being able to choose your target audience. We're talking about how your ads run and how your ads look and where your ads are placed and who are going to see your ads and when they're going to see your ads. Listen.
Yeah.
Facebook ads are complicated, but if you know how to do them, you're going to get results, right? High converting tools like groups. Someone has sleep on Facebook Messenger. But I'm telling you something. Facebook Messenger is a standalone app better than one heap of social media platforms in terms of conversion. Right? So high converting tools, stories, Facebook stories is high converting, groups are high converting, Messenger is high converting, and video content is high converting. And last but certainly not least, Facebook is very interest-based, which is why your keywords need for data, because if your keyword is connecting to some kind of interest, people will find you. All right, guys?
Yes.
So, I think we have to stop there now because we had to do that before we go into the advertising. Because guys, when we're going to the advertising, all these other things are coming to play, because now we're going to have to talk about what on the advertising and the content that you're advertising. How does it look? Is it optimized for Facebook ads? Because Facebook ads will reject your ad if it have too much text on it, if it have too much this on it, if you not listen, them very specific.
Yeah. And now, because of what happened with the 2016 elections, there are more restrictions around related campaigns.
If you use certain words, you have to be careful certain words that you use. All of these things going to creating an ad, guys, is literally not just posting an ad. It's which ad you're posting. And in fact, our recommendation is that you create a content specifically for ads, specifically to boost. So you're not just a boost on regular, you're creating a content that you know that this content I'm going to boost it. So I need to make sure say it is this, that, and that, or this content is going to be an ad. So I have to make sure some for this, that, and that. You might not be able to get the same results, but if you boost a regular post or use a regular post as an ad, you have to be very specific. So guys, all of this is considerations that you need to think about, and you need to think about audience as well. Right, guys? So we're going straight into, so next week, guys, we're going to pick up with understanding the platform, how we can use Facebook, how businesses should be using Facebook. And then we're going to go into Facebook advertising, because guys, you do have to pay to play on Facebook as a business or as a brand. And next week, we're going to jump into it. So who is our Digital Jamaican of the Week this week, Monique?
Okay, so we have an amazing Digital Jamaican of the Week, and her name is Natasha Cunningham. She is amazing. Now, we would have featured Natasha.
We see her first, we see her a long time. We didn't know a long time, so she was buff.
In our 2019 Digital Jamaica People to Watch, and Natasha has since been featured in numerous international publications. She proper boss, right?
New York Magazine. A big thing she's going with.
She's been featured around the world, and we couldn't be any prouder of her, right? So we want to say congratulations.
Monique, can you type her link? It's about Nat Life, AboutNatlife. She's a digital graphic artist. She does a whole lot of things, guys. She's very prolific. She's a graphic designer. She's just really good at what she does. And we're glad that we were the first, to recognize her talent and to acknowledge and big her up in that way. We're very proud of that fact, and that she has gone on to do so many amazing.
So you guys can see some of the amazing work. So the last post is her photo of Langston Hughes, and that was
in the New
Yorker. I think it was this week, right? So that's her latest international.
She was commissioned by the Oprah magazine. That last one, this one was in Essence. This one you're looking at was in Essence magazine. She has been commissioned by the Oprah magazine to do a piece. She just mash up the place, and we are absolutely so proud of her. That is her feature in the Oprah magazine. We're absolutely here for it. We love to see when you guys use your talents and use the digital space to promote yourselves and get yourselves out there. She's so humble. You don't hear. That's her piece for Oprah. She don't talk a lot, and she don't use her page to show a lot of herself. She's very behind the scenes, but she's amazing.
Well, only have a few seconds.
Guys, nominations are open for the Digital Jamaica People to Watch 2020. Click the link in our bio to vote for yourself or somebody that you know who deserve a spotlight on our list. Please, we've had over 80, and we're almost at 100 nominations already since Monday. So guys, nomination close December 15th, and the list comes out in January. Please go and nominate.
And that's our show for today, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.